Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you for joining today. First of all, can you please make sure that everything is set up properly? So if you can hear me and see me properly, please type in chat box yes. I'd like to see your comment, then we're gonna jump into the class. So this is, I think, class number 3, right? So how did you enjoy last 2 classes? Let me know in the comment as well, so that I can understand how did you find these classes. So today is gonna be a very important class as well, and as I promised you is so if you are struggling to make questions, this class would be the solution for that. And yeah, that's everything I'd like to share. So just make sure you okay, let me see your comment first so that I can understand you see me properly or not. And also, just I'd like to ask you a few questions. Is if you know that you have got 3 hours once you finish this course successfully, can you please type in chat box 3? I'll mention in a minute what are the 3 hours you're gonna get. আপনারা কোন 3টা অ্যাওয়ার্ড পাবেন, just I'll explain in a minute. আমি এখনই explain করতেছি. However, just type in the chat box 3 so that I can understand you are following me. Okay, a lot of comments I can see here right now. All right. Okay, so a lot of students are saying 3. Yeah, the first reward you're gonna get is certificate. Number 1, you're gonna get certificate. Can you please type in chat box certificate? Reward number 1 is you're gonna get certificate. Reward number 2, you're gonna get a course free. That's IELTS course, free IELTS course you're gonna get. Reward number 2, so please type in the chat box certificate. Then reward number 2 is your free IELTS course, so please type in the chat box free IELTS. And reward number 3 is if you I mean really well in English, if you can speak, if you can give a presentation, if you have got communication skill. So if you're looking for a job part-time or full-time, we're going to give you the job as well. So 3 rewards in 1 course, right? So make sure you take it seriously. Number 1, certificate. Number 2, free IELTS course. Number 3, job. So number 3, job. Can you please type in chat box very quickly? Number 3, job. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you for responding. So I'd like to put my phone here so that I can read your comment properly. Okay, got it. Thank you. A lot of comments I can see is Dola said course. Rabi Begum said free IELTS. Free IELTS. Okay, thank you. And the last one, number 3, reward is job. So please type in the chat box job. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. So these are the 3 rewards you're gonna get. So next thing I'd like to share with you is okay, how many of you have given your presentation, first and second presentation? So if you have given 2 presentations, please type in the chat box 2. And if you have given 1 presentation, please type in the chat box 1. And if you haven't given any presentation, please type in the chat box 0. I'd like to see how many presentations have you given. Very quickly, type in the chat box 2, 1, or 0. I would like to see how many of you have done all the presentation. Okay, so Jahan said 2. Thank you, Jahan. Tasrin said 2. Thank you, Tasrin. Babu said 2. Nadim said 3. I'm not sure how did you get 3 presentations. Muklasin Ahmed said 2. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Prince, thank you. Sanwar, thank you. Okay, thank you for responding. So you have given 2 presentations. So you have started. Abdul Razak said 0. Razak, I told students not to come to this class if you don't submit your presentation. So if you don't do the presentation, this course is not going to benefit you. So make sure you give your presentation. Otherwise, don't come to the class. It's going to be a waste of your time and my time as well, right? So make sure you give your presentation. So this course is designed in such a way. There are 3 things you're going to follow. Number 1 is learning. Number 2 is practicing. Number 3 is presentation. So learning, practicing, and presentation. These are the three things we're going to follow this course. Right. So thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you. And the last question I'm going to ask you is regarding this is, I have given a post on Facebook group where you submit your homework, and I have requested you to share the class. I requested to share the class, and I have given 3 reasons why should you share the class on your Facebook page, right? And I'll explain in a moment. I believe that you haven't shared that class at all. So how many of you have shared that class? Can you please type in the chat box shared? So I requested you to share each and every class on your Facebook from the Facebook group. So how many of you have shared? Please type in the chat box me. I'm really curious to know. How many of you have shared the first and second class? So every single day you need to share the class. I'm giving you 3 reasons why you should do this. Number 1 is once you click the share button and share the class, is saved on your timeline. So let's say if you are struggling with making questions and you forgot something, so what do? You scroll down on your page, you go there and you find the class is recorded over there on your timeline, and you watch it and you figure it out. Right? That's the first reason. Second reason is once you share it, then there are a lot of friends out there. I mean, on your Facebook friend, they see it. And once they see it, they get benefit out of it, right? So you are helping others. That's the second reason. So if you'd like to help others, please make sure you share on your Facebook. And the third reason is once you share with your Facebook profile, then you become, you got so many friends. They come to you, they approach you, and they'll ask, so I've seen you have shared something. So can you please tell me a bit more about that? And you tell, okay, this is the Speak English in 12 Day challenge. I have taken the challenge. I'm doing the class every single day. I practice a lot, and I practice at home as well. And then I record the video and I give a presentation and I upload it. So this is how we are doing this course. And they will come to you and they'll say, can I join? And of course, you're going to say, yes, you can join. And once they join, you got a speaking partner. Right. So to find a speaking partner, you should attract like this way. Have you heard about angling? Borshe diye maছ ধরার কথা শুনেছেন? So what they do some sort of a smelly food first, then they put the angle and they get the fish, right? So that's the exact thing I'm teaching you. So আপনি যখন ক্লাসগুলো শেয়ার করবেন, তখন আপনার বন্ধু-বান্ধব আপনাকে এসে জিজ্ঞেস করবে যে কোত্থেকে এই কোর্স কি, ব্যাপারটা কি। তখন আপনি যখন পুরোটা এক্সপ্লেইন করে বলবেন যে আমরা প্রতিদিন ক্লাস করি, প্র্যাকটিস করি, বাসায় প্র্যাকটিস করি, ভিডিও রেকর্ড করি, প্রেজেন্টেশন দেই, then they will be much more interested and আপনার কাছ থেকে জানতে চাইবে কিভাবে জয়েন করব। সো আপনি যখন তাদেরকে পথ দেখিয়ে দিবেন যে আপনি তারাও জয়েন করতে পারে, then you are ultimately getting a speaking partner. আপনি একজন স্পিকিং পার্টনার পেয়ে গেলেন। This is very important strategy I think you should follow, right? So how many of you would like to share this class, third class, at the end of the class? So what I'm going to do, I will give a post and I will give the link as well of this class. So all you need to do is you need to just click on the share button and you're going to share. And this is how, what I said, 3 reasons you got to share, right? So how many of you would like to share it? Can you please type in the chat box? I will. Will you share it on your Facebook? Please type in the chat box very quickly. Will you share it on your Facebook? I'd like to see how many. I'd like to see your comment. How many of you would like to share it on your Facebook? If you think I have given you 3 reasons and that's why you should share it, please type in the chat box, yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you for responding. So Jahan said, I will. Okay, Babu said, I will. SS Khan said, I will. Thank you. Abdul Razak said, I will. Dustin said, I will. Okay, thank you. Ziad said, yes. Okay. MD Zoshim said, I'll share it. Thank you. She said, I will. Thank you. Rami Begum said, I will. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Yeah, that's the thing. I would like to request you to do that. And I believe that at the end of the class, when I give a post, in the Facebook group, you should share it. Okay, so today our class is all about how to ask questions. How to ask questions. So, okay, before that, I'd like to ask you, what do you mean by language? What do you mean by language? Please type in the chat box. What do you mean by language? I'd like to see your comment. Language bolte apni ki bujen? Ekটু comment box আমাকে লিখে জানান. What do you mean by language? I'd like to see, what do you mean by language? So, to me, language means nothing but asking and answering. Asking and answering. So if you know how to ask a question and how to answer it, that means you know a language. Do you agree with me? If you agree, please type in chat box, I agree. Language bolte আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে কাউকে কোশ্চেন করা এবং কোশ্চেনের আনসার করা। যদি আপনি জানেন কিভাবে কোশ্চেন করতে হয় এবং কিভাবে কোশ্চেনের আনসার করতে হয়, that means you know the language. However, for IELTS preparation, so you need to solve the cue card. I mean, you need to speak at least 2 minutes, right? So if you can speak for 2 minutes, that means you are ready for IELTS speaking module as well. I mean, to face the cue card. Anyway, so in our class, we will practice a lot of cue cards as well. Okay. So can you please type in chat box? Yes, I'd like to see. Language means asking and answering. Type in the chat box. Language means asking and answering. Asking and answering. I'd like to see everyone else comment. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. Asking and answering. So today, we will focus on how to ask question correctly. And you know, we have seen so many students, they can speak, they are fluent speaker, but when they are try to make some sort of questions, they make a lot of mistakes. So that's why I'd like to recommend you, please do this class very attentively so that you can understand how to ask question, how to make questions. And once you know how to ask question, how to make question, once you know the pattern of interrogative sentence, that means you will be able to answer it properly, right? So thank you for responding. I can see a lot of comments here, asking and answering. Thank you. So language means nothing but asking and answering. So today we're gonna go through how to ask a question. So are you ready? If you're ready, please type in the chat box ready. R-E-A-D-Y. Quickly to আমাকে comment করে জানান যে কারা আজকে ready শিখতে যে কিভাবে question করতে হয়. Right. So before starting this class, I'd like to tell a story. Because there are so many students, they are thinking that, okay, they're making a lot of excuses, basically. They say, you know, I don't have time to give the presentation, I don't have time to practice it, da 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 da. So for them, I'd like to tell you a story, and probably it's going to help a lot. So the story is when I graduated from Chittagong University. So there was a session gap for 1.5 years, right? So I asked myself, what should I do in this 1.5 years time? Then I asked my dad that, can I go to Dhaka City and can I do something? And he said, of course you can. So I was so excited to come to Dhaka City from Chittagong University. And, you know, I requested one of my friends to arrange my accommodation. And once I came to Dhaka City, and the next day, my dad, he gave me a call. And very interesting. So I had a very good conversation with him, and all of a sudden he said, you know, son, you graduated from university right now, and I'll not give you even a single penny from next month. That's what he said, right? যখন চিটগং ইউনিভার্সিটি ছেড়ে ঢাকায় চলে আসলাম, নেক্সট ডেতে বাবার সাথে কথা হয়েছিল এবং সে বলছিল যে নেক্সট মান্থ থেকে কোনো টাকা দিবে না, বিকজ আই গ্রাজুয়েটেড। Do you understand? So then what do when you are a problem? You ask for help, right? So I kept asking to my friends, relatives, can I get some sort of job or tuition, da 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 da. Then one of my senior brother, so he studied in social science faculty, and I requested him, I gave him a call. I had a very good relationship with him. So he said, you know, I am a faculty member of Cyphers, probably you know, That time it was very famous, very, very famous. And he said, can you please come to see me? Probably I can help you out. There are two types of jobs here. One is teaching, the other one is marketing. So you can pick and choose. And I said, do you think I'll be able to go for teaching stuff? And he said, I'm not sure, but I have seen that you used to join the debating club in English, and you have got some sort of good comment in English. Probably, I think you should try. It's worth of trying. That সে আমাকে recommend করলো যে try করো তুমি. Let's see what's going to happen. Then I submitted my CV to Cyprus, and I paid 2,000 taka that time. That was a lot of money. I requested one of my senior brother to give me 2,000 taka, and I said, I'm going to give you back as soon as possible. And he didn't luckily ask me the deadline when I'm going to give it back. So I asked him, and he gave me the money. Then I gave it to Cyprus for the training purpose. That was the training cost. So I did the whole course. The coordinator, he trained up for like 6 days, like a month. And I used to go to that class early in the morning, very early in the morning. Sometimes I used to take breakfast. Sometimes I didn't have time. Sometimes I didn't have food to have the breakfast, right? So I went to the class, training session. I used to take a lot of notes. And sometimes, the trainer, he asked me to give a presentation. I used to give that. And the moment when they asked, the trainer asked to introduce everyone, and I think I was the, what should I say? I think host candidate among that group, right? And I'm really surprised that I was selected. So out of 20, they have taken like 10 or 12, and I was one of them. So the very interesting thing is, so during the lunch time, we had a break for an hour, and I didn't have any money in my pocket. So what I used to do is, when the break time, I used to go somewhere else far, and I used to take probably a cup of tea and a bread, and you know what I mean, butter bun, right? So that's what I used to do. And I could make a lot of excuses. I could say, I don't have money for the lunch, I don't have money for the what is called a training session, da 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 da. So in our life, we have got two things. Number one is excuses. Number two is reasons. Can you please type in chat box? Reason versus excuses. This is very important thing. So once I share this, what I mean by reasons versus excuses, then we'll jump into the class and we'll enjoy the class. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. Reason versus excuses. So you know my story, right? So লাঞ্চ করার টাকা ছিল না, অনেক দূরে, যাতে লোকজন দেখে যে লাঞ্চ করার টাকা নাই. So it was some kind of what is called embarrassment for me. So I wouldn't be impressed. So that's why অনেক দূরে গিয়ে চার দোকানে চা রুটি খেয়ে, that's it, right? So I would say I'm blessed right now, alhamdulillah, because of that sacrifice, now I'm here today. So we have got 3 offices in the UK. It's London, Birmingham, and Manchester, and we have got also offices in Dhaka, Sylhet, and India and Pakistan. And we are serving hundreds of students, thousands of students every year. So type in the chat box, reason versus excuses. Now, you need to understand it very, very carefully. So if you'd like to do something, you give a reason to do it. For example, if you'd like to study UK University, and you ask yourself why you'd like to study at UK University, and you said, okay, I'd like to get settled in the UK. I'd like to earn so much money. I'd like to help my friends. I'd like to help my family members. I'd like to get married. These are the reasons you are giving, right? So to study in the UK. So this is called reason. This is called reason. And also, sometimes you don't like to do something, and you give excuses. You make excuses. So, for example, I have got something to do, that's why I don't like to give a presentation. Or, I got a friend and I'd like to hang around with him, that's why I don't like to join the class on time. Or, I don't have that much money. I'm not sure what to do. So that's why there is no point in learning English. I cannot go abroad, or I cannot get a better job. So there is no point of learning English. Or I know, I mean, this course will not help me. So probably it's not better to give a presentation. This is called excuses. This is called excuses. So you got two things, reasons and excuses. So if you'd like to do something, you need to find out your why, your reason why you'd like to do this. And also, once you don't like to do something, you made a decision not to do it, you made excuses. So reasons versus excuses. So if you have got a lot of reasons to do it, you do it. And if you have got a lot of excuses, then you don't do it, right? So, one of my business mentor. So when I was struggling with my business, I had a teacher as well. It's called mentor, business mentor. And I asked him, and he told me to do so and so things, right? He said, these are the 5 things you should do. And I started telling him, da, 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 da. He said, Habib, you have got 2 things. Either you can make money or you can make excuses. So choice is yours. Take one of these and just do it. And I said, can you please repeat? And he said, you can make money or you can make excuses. You cannot make both together. So my question is, what are you going to do? Type in the chat box. What are you going to do? Would you like to make excuses, or would you like to make money? Would you like to get settled in the UK? Would you like to study at a university? Type in the chat box. Make excuses or make money? I'd like to see. I'd like to see everyone else comment. Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box, please. Now, I know there are a lot of students here. Probably they are very rich. Probably they haven't suffered a lot like me. You shouldn't be. And there are some students also, they are from lower middle class family like me, and they had a lot of struggles. They have a lot of struggles. So all you got to do is, you need to have got some sort of attitude that I'll make money, I'll not make excuses, I'll make money. Right, so please type in the chat box. Would you like to make money or would you like to make excuses? So if you choose to make excuses, you are done. And if you'd like to make money, that means you got to try a lot. You got to struggle a lot. And I know probably you might be struggling with a lot of problems, a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles. Can you please type in the chat box? Struggles make us stronger. You need to understand. Struggles make us stronger. Struggles make us stronger. Type in the chat box very quickly. You need to understand. So what I mean by that is, there are a lot of students. Probably there are a lot of students out there. Probably they will be they'll be having a lot of problems. However, once they understand the psychology that struggles makes us only stronger, then whenever they have got challenge, they have got a struggle, they'll say, here you go. It's gonna make me strong, not weak. So I got to do whatever I need to do. Very quickly, please type in chat box, struggles make us stronger. Okay, so I was struggling from the very beginning, and that made me strong. So that's why I'm here today. Right, so thank you for listening to me and got all the tips, tricks, and strategies. I believe that is going to help you a lot. All right, so is it helpful? Please type in the chat box if it is helpful. The strategy I have given you, is it helpful? Type in the chat box. If it is helpful, just quickly type in the chat box, helpful. Now you might be asking, so why you are telling a lot of things like 26 minutes about this? Because without this, you can't succeed in your life. You need to understand. Once you understand this, you can do this course anywhere in the world, in your local city, in Dhaka, Chittagong, Sylhet, whatever. There are a lot of language centers. You can do it. But this is the things I'm sharing with you. No one gonna share it to you like this, right? So make sure you understand the whole thing. Okay, so let's move into the class. Today's class is all about how to ask question. So it's all about asking and answering. So before going to today's class, I'd like to remind you first and second class. In the first class, there was subject plus be verb. Can you please type in the chat box? Subject plus be verb. That was the first class, and we made a lot of sentences. For example, with present form, I'm a student, we are students, you are a student, you are students, they are students, he is a student, she is a student, it is a student, and Tony is a student. And also we made a lot of sentences using the past form. So I was a student, we were students, you were a student, you were students, they were students, he was a student, she was a student, it was a student, Tony was a student, right? So please type in this box, subject plus be verb. And the last one was I will be a student, will be students, you will be a student, you will be students, he will be a student, she will be a student, it will be a student, Tony will be a student. That was the first class, subject plus be verb. And you have given a presentation, you have introduced yourself using the be verb. You started like, hi everyone, this is Habib. Today I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Habib, I'm from Bangladesh, right? That was a nice presentation. And in the second class, we have learned about subject plus verb 1. Subject plus verb 1. Type in the chat box quickly. In the second class, we have learned subject plus verb 1. Quickly, subject plus verb 1. So that was the basic structure in English. If you understand what are the subjects, can you remember? I, we, you, they, he, she, it, Tony. These are the subjects we use usually, right? And the be verb, verb 1 means present form. For example, speak, listen, right? Write, understand. এগুলো ছিল আমাদের কি? এগুলো ছিল আমাদের verb. এগুলো ছিল subject, এগুলো ছিল verb. So we made a lot of what is called, we made a lot of sentences. Yeah, we made a lot of sentences using that. So subject plus verb 1. And so this is the structure we use most of the time. So make sure you understand it, right? And for he, she, it, Tony, there was a bit different rule. Can you please type in chat box? What was that? For subject, he, she, it, Tony, what was the different rule? Please type in the chat box. So for example, we made a lot of sentences like I speak, we speak, you speak, you speak, they speak, he speaks, she speaks, it speaks, Tony speaks, right? So what was the difference? He, she, it, Tony. Please type in the chat box. So that was the second structure we have learned. And today we're gonna learn structure number 3. Structure number 3, right? So structure number 3, so it's basically it's a structure of interrogative sentence. This is the structure we're going to use to make questions. So the structure would be do plus sub plus verb 1 plus question mark. Do plus sub plus verb 1 plus question mark. Type in the chat box quickly. So do verb, subject, verb 1, question mark. So এই স্ট্রাকচারটা আমরা ইন্টারোগেটিভ সেন্টেন্স কোশ্চেন করার জন্য আমরা ইউজ করব। Do, subject, verb 1, question mark. Very quickly type in the chat box. Do plus subject plus verb 1 plus question mark. I'd like to see everyone else comment very quickly. Okay, so now this is very important. So do means an action. We use this for interrogative and negative sentences, and it doesn't have any meaning. I repeat, do means kora, but we use do for interrogative and negative sentences, and it doesn't have any meaning in the sentence. I repeat, do means kora. Do means kora. We use do for interrogative and negative sentences, and it doesn't have any meaning in the sentence. Do you understand what I just said? If you understood, please type in the chat box understood. I'd like to see how many of you really understood what I just said. Dur mane holo kora, ইন্টারোগেটিভ এবং নেগেটিভ সেন্টেন্স তৈরি করার জন্য আমরা ডু ইউজ করি। আর এই ডু যখন আমরা ইন্টারোগেটিভ এবং নেগেটিভ সেন্টেন্স তৈরি করার জন্য ইউজ করি তখন এই ডুর কোনো মিনিং নেই, এর কোনো অর্থ নেই। If you understood what I just said, please type in chat box understood. ডুর ব্যাপারে আমি যে কথাগুলো বললাম যদি আপনারা বুঝে থাকেন তাহলে একটু আমাকে কমেন্টে লিখে জানান understood. Okay, so I'd like to see how many of you really understood. Okay, Zahan said please repeat. So do means kora. We use do for interrogative and negative sentences, but when you use do for interrogative and negative sentences, do hasn't got any meaning. Do মানে হলো করা, আমরা do interrogative এবং negative sentence তৈরি করার জন্য ইউজ করি। আর যখন আমরা ইন্টারোগেটিভ এবং নেগেটিভ সেন্টেন্স তৈরি করার জন্য ইউজ করি তখন ডুর কোনো অর্থ থাকে না। I believe you understood. Right, so now I'm going to ask you a question. So what should we use to make interrogative and negative sentences? Type in the chat box. Negative এবং interrogative sentence তৈরি করার জন্য এক্সট্রা আমাদের কি দরকার? Please type in the chat box. I'd like to see. I'd like to see everyone's comment. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. Interrogative এবং negative sentence তৈরি করার জন্য এক্সট্রা আমাদের কি দরকার? Please type in the chat box. আমাদের দরকার হলো do, right? Now we're gonna make a lot of sentences according to the structure, right? So I'm gonna I'm gonna show you the structure right now, so that you can understand. Okay. So just I'm trying to find out my slide. By this time I'm going to ask you, so how many friends have you invited for this course? Type in chat box. আপনি কতগুলো আপনার ফ্রেন্ডদেরকে এই কোর্সে ইনভাইট করেছেন? আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে জানান তো। Is it 10? Is it 5? Is it 2? Is it 0? কতগুলো ফ্রেন্ডসকে আপনি এই কোর্সে জন্য ইনভাইট করেছেন? So it's called sadqa jariya. That means if you help someone else, and for this help, if he is getting benefit, you're gonna get sawab continuously. So make sure you invite your friends, you help your friends, right? So please type in the chat box, how many friends have you invited for this course? It's gonna change your life, it's gonna change their life, right? And to be honest with you, I'll be so honest with you, and that's why I told to this class before coming to the office, I said on the live video that don't come to the class until and unless you finish your homework, because you will not get benefit out of it. So don't waste your time, right? So I'll be honest with you, if you get your friends for this course, you'll be benefited as well, because you are getting a speaking partner. Do you understand? So you should invite your friends, right? So now what I'm gonna do, I will, okay, and also I have got another question. So I have seen you gave a presentation that was really nice, and I have watched a few of them, and at the end of the class when I was going by train, I'll watch all of them. So how many sentences have you made? How many sentences you delivered for your presentation? Please type in the chat box. আপনি আপনার প্রেজেন্টেশনে কতগুলো সেন্টেন্স তৈরি করেছেন এবং ডেলিভার করেছেন? প্লিজ টাইপ ইন চ্যাট বক্স। ইজ ইট 30? ইজ ইট 40? ইজ ইট 50? টাইপ ইন চ্যাট বক্স। আমি একটু দেখতে চাই আপনারা কতগুলো সেন্টেন্স আপনারা ব্যবহার করেছেন, কতগুলো সেন্টেন্স। ভেরি কুইকলি প্লিজ টাইপ ইন চ্যাট বক্স। Very quickly please type in chat box. Very quickly please type in chat box. Okay, thank you for responding. Babu said 30. Jahan said 30 plus. She said 50. Wow. Anisir Rahman said 30. Brilliant. 30. Brilliant. Muhammad Ali, more than 20. Okay, excellent. Maybe 40. Excellent. Thank you for responding. Monir Islam said 20. Monirul, you should try more. Jesus Khan said 35. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you for responding. Thank you. So now what I'm going to do, I will share my screen and I'll practice with you. I'll practice with you in a minute. So here you go. So this is day 3. And as I told you, language means nothing but asking and answering. So asking and answering, right? And so if you listen and if you understand, that means you know the language. This is called communication, asking and answering. So now, as you know, we have got the structure is do plus subject plus verb 1 plus question mark. Do plus subject plus verb 1 plus question mark. Right. So now we're gonna go there. So here is this is the structure. So the second structure was subject plus verb. Just we are adding do before subject, and this is the structure for making questions. Do you understand? So আমরা second structure শিখেছিলাম subject plus verb 1. আমরা শুধু এক্সট্রা একটা do সাবজেক্টের পিছনে বসিয়ে আমরা কি করতেছি? কোশ্চেন বানাই দিছি। Clear? So make sure you understand the structure, you understand the pattern of the sentence. So structure was subject plus verb. You can see subject plus verb. Just we are adding an extra do behind the subject and we are making questions. So here you go. So this is how we can make a lot of questions. So আগে আমরা বলেছিলাম I speak, we speak, you speak, you speak, they speak, he speaks, she speaks, it speaks, Tony speaks. And কোশ্চেন করার জন্য আমাদের কি করতে হবে? ডুটা সাবজেক্টের পিছনে বসাতে হবে। এখন কিভাবে সেন্টেন্স তৈরি করতেছি? Do I speak? Do I speak? Do you speak? Do you speak? Do they speak? Does he speak? Does she speak? Does it speak? Does Tony speak? Okay, we're gonna explain the ins and out a bit later, but first of all, we need to practice it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make 9 sentences using this structure. Are you ready? If you're ready, please type in chat box ready. R-E-A-D-Y. I'd like to see how many of you are really ready to practice with me. Can you remember? It's learning, practicing, presentation. So this is the second page, practicing. We're going to practice right now. Are you ready? If you're ready, please type in the box R-E-A-D-Y, ready. Okay, so this is how we're going to practice. Listen to me first. Do I speak? Do we speak? Do you speak? Do you speak? Do they speak? Does he speak? Does she speak? Does it speak? Does Tony speak? One more time. Okay, it's better if you practice with me. Okay, practice with me loudly. So when I say 3, 2, 1, go, you should start. Are you ready? Okay, I can see a lot of students are ready right now. So let's practice. Ready? So 3, 2, 1, go. Do I speak? Do you speak? Do you speak? Do you speak? Do they speak? Does he speak? Does she speak? Does it speak? Does Tony speak? So if you made 9 sentences using this structure, please type in the chat box done. If you made 9 sentences using structure 2, please type in the chat box done. I want to see how many of you made 9 sentences. Okay, so now let me explain. So can you remember? He speaks, she speaks, it speaks, Tony speaks. But here we are not saying he speaks, she speaks. We are saying does. Instead of do, we are saying does. So does he speak? Does she speak? Does it speak? Does Tony speak? That's the only difference. That's the fundamental difference you need to understand. Once you understand it, voila, you got it, right? So আপনাদেরকে যেটা বুঝতে হবে সেটা হলো আমরা আগের স্ট্রাকচারে আমরা ইউজ করেছিলাম he speaks, she speaks, it speaks, Tony speaks, right? এখন আমরা he, she, it, Tony এগুলা যখন আমরা কোশ্চেনে ইউজ করি তখন আমরা speaks না বলে আমরা do কে কি বানাই ফেললাম? does. So he, she, it, Tony এই চারটা সাবজেক্টের বেলায় আমরা do এর পরিবর্তে কি ইউজ করব? does. Is it clear? do এর পরিবর্তে কি ইউজ করব? does. আমাকে একটু কমেন্টে লিখে জানান যে আমরা যদি he, she, it, Tony এই চারটা সাবজেক্ট পাই তাহলে do এর পরিবর্তে কি ইউজ করব? টাইপ ইন চ্যাট বক্স. So Dear students, if you get subject like he, she, it, Tony, instead of do, what should we use? Please type in the chat box. আমাকে একটু কমেন্টে দ্রুত লিখে জানান। That's the only difference you need to understand. So this is how I need to make sentence. Do I speak? Do we speak? Do you speak? Do you speak? Do they speak? Does he speak? Does she speak? Does it speak? Does Tony speak? Right? Very quickly, please type in the chat box. What should you use instead of do when you have got these 4 subjects? He, she, it, Tony. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. That's right. So we should use does. Jahan said, thank you, Jahan, for responding. Dullah, thank you for responding. Ahmed, thank you for responding. Arif, thank you for responding. Munir Islam, thank you for responding. Abdul Razak, thank you for responding. Shaun, thank you for responding. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, now we got it. Right, so we're going to practice one more time. আমার সাথে আরেকবার একটু প্র্যাকটিস করুন। রেডি? যখন আমি গো বলবো আমাকে 9টা সেন্টেন্স দিতে হবে। Right. So when I say go, you should give me 9 sentences. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Do I speak? Do you speak? Do you speak? Do you speak? Do they speak? Does he speak? Does she speak? Does it speak? Does Tony speak? I think you got it, right? So this is the challenge I'm going to give you right now. So this is the challenge I'm going to give you right now. Now you need to give me 9 sentences in one breath, right? আমাকে 9টা সেন্টেন্স এক নিঃশ্বাসে ডেলিভারি দিতে হবে, দেখাতে হবে, right? Ready? So when I say go, you should give me 9 sentences in one breath. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Do I speak? Do you speak? Do you speak? Do you speak? Do they speak? Does he speak? Does she speak? Does it speak? Does Tony speak? Thank you. So how many of you made 9 sentences in one breath? If you made 9 sentences in one breath, please type in the chat box 9:1. Very quickly, 9:1. So all you need to do, you need to type in the chat box 9:1. So আপনি যদি 9টা সেন্টেন্স তৈরি করে থাকেন এক নিঃশ্বাসে আমাকে একটু লিখে জানান 9:1. 9:1. I'd like to see how many of you made 9 sentences in one breath. Right. So do you have any questions regarding this structure? If you have got, please ask me in English, Bengali, whatever the language you speak, right? Ask me so that I can explain one more time. So আমরা আগের স্ট্রাকচারে আমরা ইউজ করেছিলাম I speak, we speak, you speak, you speak, they speak, he speaks, she speaks, it speaks, Tony speaks. But এখানে আমরা ইউজ করতেছি does. So he speaks না বলে কি ইউজ করতেছি does he speak, does she speak, does it speak, does Tony speak. So if you really understood the whole structure number 2, please type in the chat box understood. Type in the chat box understood. I'd like to see how many of you really understood this structure. Now what I'm going to do, I will change the verb and I'll put understand. I'll put understand. So now we're going to make a lot more sentences again, right? So practice with me. 3, 2, 1, go. Do I understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do they understand? Does he understand? Does she understand? Does it understand? Does Tony understand? Right? So now we're going to practice one more time, but our challenge is to make all the sentences in one breath. এক নিঃশ্বাসে সবগুলো সেন্টেন্স তৈরি করে, right? Ready? One more time. 3, 2, 1, go. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do they understand? Does he understand? Does she understand? Does it understand? Does Tony understand? Okay. So how many of you made 9 sentences in one breath? Right. So please type in the chat box done. So can you remember in the last class I said, don't cheat with yourself, right? And you promised me and you made a statement that, okay, I'm not cheating with myself during the class. So make sure you do it, right? So please type in chat box done. I'd like to see how many of you have done 9 sentences in one breath. Very quickly, very quickly. Okay, so now this is the thing. Structure 2, right? So do you learn? Do you learn? So how do you answer it? So if I ask you, do you learn Chinese? What should be your answer? Please type in chat box. Do you learn Chinese? Your answer should be no, I don't. No, I don't. So quickly answer me, please. Do you learn Chinese? আপনি কি চাইনিজ শিখেন? আমাকে একটু কমেন্টে লিখে জানান। So the usual answer should be no, I don't. No, I don't. So if I ask you, do you learn English? Your answer should be yes, I do. Yes, I do. Now, I would like to ask a few questions and you need to answer me. You need to answer me very quickly. So first of all, I'll ask you 3 questions and I'll stop. Then I'll ask you 3 more questions, then I'll stop, right? So first of all, the first question is, do you learn Spanish? Do you learn Spanish? Answer me. Do you learn Spanish? Okay. Second question is, do you learn English? Do you learn English? Answer me. Type in chat box. Third question is, do you drink water? Do you drink water? So present simple means usual questions. আপনি কি পানি পান করেন? আমি বলতেছি না আপনি কি এখন পানি পান করতেছেন? Usual question. So do you drink water? Type in chat box. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, this is how you need to answer it. Next question I'm going to ask you. Do you like to make excuses? Do you like to make excuses? Type in the chat box. Do you like to make excuses? Answer should be no, I don't. Next question I'm going to ask you. Do you like to give reasons to do something? Answer should be yes, I do. Answer should be yes, I do. Now, what I'm going to do, so I think you understood this whole structure. Now, all you got to do is you need to keep asking these questions. Just think about left-hand side is one person, right-hand side is one person. So left-hand side is speaking. Do you learn Spanish? No, I don't. Do you learn English? Yes, I do. Do you drink water? Yes, I do. Do you drink wine? No, I don't. Do you pray? Yes, I do. Do you lie? No, I don't. Do you tell truth? Yes, I do, right? So you need to ask this question. So just think about this. Left-hand side is a person who is going to ask question and right-hand side is going to give answer. So what I'm going to request you is at home, ask 100 of questions, just using this structure. Just using this structure, ask 100 of questions. And once you ask these questions and answer it, it goes here. And then in your real conversation, you started asking and you started answering as well, usually, right? So I would definitely recommend you practice like this way. আপনাদেরকে কি করতে হবে? একটা হাতকে বুঝতে হবে একজন ব্যক্তি আর একটা হাতকে আরেকজন। এই হাত কোশ্চেন করবে, এই হাত আনসার করবে। So following this structure. Now, if you still can remember the structure we have practiced, please type in the chat box. আমরা এতক্ষণ যে স্ট্রাকচারটা প্র্যাকটিস করলাম যদি আপনাদের এখনো মনে থাকে তাহলে একটু আমাকে টাইপ করে একটু জানিয়ে দেন কোন স্ট্রাকচারটা ফলো করে আমরা কোশ্চেন তৈরি করব very quickly. So we are building the foundation, right? So if you don't have the foundation, you're going to struggle a lot. And I have seen in my life there are a lot of IELTS students. They said, sir, I have doing the IELTS course and it's been 1 year, 12 months. And still I get 4.5 in mock test. And what I tell them, I said, you made a mistake to go for IELTS course. First of all, you should start with foundation. And this is the foundation we are giving you free. So once you finish this foundation, we're going to invite you for IELTS class. Once you do the IELTS class, you're going to practice, you're going to do the mock test, you sit for IELTS exam, you get a score, you fly to the UK. If you come to London, personally, I'll go there and I'll pick you up, right? And if you use Birmingham or Manchester, my team will go there and they will pick you up. Right. So very quick question is, thank you for responding. Still you can remember. So do plus subject plus verb one plus question mark. So Monica, if you don't give the question mark, that's going to be wrong structure. Make sure you put the question mark. Do plus subject plus verb one plus question mark. Very quickly type in the chat box. Do plus subject plus verb one plus question mark. Okay. So yeah, this is the structure you got to follow. This is the structure you got to follow. So once you understand, you build your foundation already. Right. So now what I'm going to do, I'll ask you a few questions right now, and this is going to be very interesting. Is you need to pick up one person in your family and you need to tell he or she is your favorite person. So the question is, who is your favorite person? Type in the chat box. Who is your favorite person? You are not allowed to take two people, just only one. আমাকে একটু লিখে জানান যে আপনার ফ্যামিলির সবচেয়ে ফেভারিট পারসন কে। আপনি দুইজন ব্যক্তিকে নেওয়া অ্যালাউড না, একজন ব্যক্তিকে নিতে হবে। So for the sake of practicing, just I'm asking you. So who is your favorite person? Give me one name. Type in the chat box. Who is your favorite person? I'd like to read your comment. Okay, Lucky Begum said, my dad. I don't know why all the daughters love their fathers. Hardly I have seen that daughter said, I love my mother, or my mother is the favorite person in the world. But anyway, I'm just kidding. So I know you love both. So Lucky said my dad, Tassin said my mother, my older sister, Abdul Razak said, Arifin said my favorite person is my mother. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. So very quickly, type in the chat box, who is your favorite person? Because if you don't give me this answer, next step, you will be struggling. So when I say do something with this your favorite person, you'll say, oh my God, I haven't selected my favorite person yet. So whom, right? So if I give you some sort of an instruction, follow that instantly. Otherwise, you'll be in problem. So make sure you tell me in the comment box, who is your favorite person? Okay, there is a reason to ask this question is, when you speak, we don't think a lot. So we just keep speaking one and one and one. And what I got is, especially when I used to take a lot of mock tests, I realized that students, they don't think a lot about the grammatical rules and regulation while speaking. And that's why they made a lot of mistakes. And one of the, common mistakes I would say is third person singular number. They don't put S or ES, right? So that's why I ask you, who is your favorite person in your family? So now we're going to give you some sort of things to practice. And if you practice enough, then you will not make any mistakes, right? So we're going to practice right now. We're going to practice SAS way so that without thinking, we can use or we can make a lot of sentences grammatically correct, right? So make sure you practice with me. আমরা যখন কথা বলি তখন অনেক কিছু চিন্তা করে কথা বলি না, শুধু কথা বলতে থাকি আর গ্রামাটিক্যালি অনেক মিস্টেক করি। সো আজকে আমরা প্র্যাকটিস এমন ভাবে করব ফেভারিট পারসন নিয়ে, যাতে আমরা যখন আমরা রিয়েল কনভারসেশন করি তখন যাতে এস অর ইএস এর কথা মনে রাখতে না হয়, অটোমেটিক্যালি যাতে মুখে চলে আসে। দ্যাটস হোয়াই ইউ গোনা প্র্যাকটিস ইট টুডে, right? So with your favorite person. Thank you for responding. Who shared? Who is your favorite person? Okay, so Sarah Hassan, thank you. Ariful Islam, thank you. So now you have given me a favorite person, and now I'm gonna share my slides so that you can see the screen, and we're gonna practice a little bit. So I've got a very quick question is, so if I ask you, what does your favorite person do every day? So what do you need to think of? আমি যদি আপনাকে জিজ্ঞেস করি যে আপনার ফেভারিট পারসন, ফর এক্সাম্পল আপনার বাবা অথবা আপনার মা অথবা আপনার সিস্টার, হাজবেন্ড, ওয়াইফ, সেই পারসন প্রতিদিন কি কাজ করে, তাহলে আপনাকে কোন ব্যাপারটা মাথায় রাখতে হবে? প্লিজ টাইপ ইন দ্য চ্যাট বক্স, প্লিজ টাইপ ইন দ্য চ্যাট বক্স ভেরি কুইকলি। আপনি যখন আপনার ফেভারিট পারসন নিয়ে কথা বলবেন যে তারা প্রতিদিন কি কি কাজ করে, কোন জিনিসটা আপনার মাথায় রাখতে হবে? প্লিজ টাইপ ইন দ্য চ্যাট বক্স। সো when you start thinking about your favorite person, what does he or she do every single day? So what's the most important thing you need to keep in your mind? Type in the chat box very quickly. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. Very quickly, please type in chat box. So all you need to do, you need to remember one thing is sound, right? Sound. So get up, gets up, brush, brushes, make, makes, have, has, get ready, gets ready, take bus, takes bus, arrive, arrives, takes lunch, take rest, starts working. So is. So all you got to do is you need to think about is sound, right? So if you ask me what does my favorite person do every day, so this is how I need to give a presentation, right? So can you please type in the chat box is sound? All you need to do, you need to remember is sound. Please type in the chat box is sound. So যখন আমি আপনাদেরকে আপনার ফেভারিট পারসন কি করে প্রতিদিন সেটা জিজ্ঞেস করব, আপনাদের একটা জিনিসই মাথায় রাখতে হবে, সেটা হলো is sound. So you're going to follow the structure, subject plus verb and is sound. Please type in the chat box very quickly is sound. So gets up, get up bole bhul hobe. For example, if you ask me what does your favorite person do every day, I would say I'll give you a presentation like this. Hi everyone, my name is Habib, and today I'd like to share with you what does my favorite person do every day. My favorite person is my mother. For example, my favorite person is my mother. She gets up early in the morning, then she brushes her teeth, she goes to kitchen, makes breakfast for us, and then she serves a cup of tea to everyone else. Then she gets ready for office, she takes bus, and she arrives office at 9 o'clock. Then she starts working. And during the lunchtime, she takes half an hour break. She again, she takes rest for some time. She starts working. Yeah, please type in the chat box is sound. This is very critical, very, very important. Then she refreshes herself. She watches television. She attends 12 days speaking challenge. She finishes her homework. Then she gets together with the family. She takes some snacks and she helps to cook, or she cooks. She takes dinner with us. Then she reads books sometime. She chats with our family members. She takes a look tomorrow's plan. Then she gets ready and goes to sleep. Do you understand? So this is very, very important. And now you can, a lot of students, I know you know it, but while you're speaking, you are making a lot of mistakes. So if you practice in this way, I can give you guarantee you will not make any mistakes, at least is sound. Is it clear? If it is clear, please type in the chat box clear, C-L-E-A-R. Right. So কুইকলি আমাকে একটু লিখে জানান যে পুরো ব্যাপারটা আপনারা ক্লিয়ার কিনা, কেন আমরা এটা প্র্যাকটিস করব। এই এস সাউন্ড ভালোভাবে মাথায় গেঁথে রাখার জন্য আমরা এটা প্র্যাকটিস করব, বিকজ কনভারসেশনে, প্রেজেন্টেশনে আমরা অত কিছু মনে রাখতে পারি না কোনটা এস সাউন্ড হবে কি হবে না, বাট আমরা যদি প্র্যাকটিস করি একটা ফরম্যাটে, তাহলে এটা অটোমেটিকলি আমাদের মাথায় চলে আসবে, রাইট? সো now I can see a lot of students are saying clear. Thank you Lucky Begum for responding. Thank you Anisur Rahman. Thank you Jahan. Thank you Hamid. Muhammad Taha said not clear. Okay, Muhammad Taha. So if you're not clear, okay, let me explain one more time. So আপনি যখন থার্ড পারসন সিঙ্গুলার নাম্বার একজন ব্যক্তি তার সম্পর্কে ডেসক্রাইব করতে যাবেন, তখন আপনার একটা এস সাউন্ড দিতে হবে। So if you'd like to tell something about someone else, what does he or she do every day, in that case you need to add a sound with your verb. And if you practice in this format, so that means you will correct yourself while speaking, while practicing, and in your real conversation you will not make any mistakes, right? So that's why you got to practice this. And we're going to practice right now. Can you remember? Learning, practicing, and presentation. So now we're going to practice. So I'm going to ask you, what does your favorite person do every day? And you need to give me answer. Ready? I'll ask you, what does your favorite person do every day? And you need to give me answer loudly. Shut the door and speak loudly. It's going to help you a lot to be a fluent speaker, to be honest with you. So ready? So dear audience, please answer me. What does your favorite person do every day? Answer me. Hi everyone, my name is Habib. Today I'd like to share with you what does my favorite person do every day. My favorite person is my mother. First of all, she gets up early in the morning. She brushes her teeth. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. She makes a cup of tea. Then she gets ready and she goes to bus stop. She takes a bus. Then she arrives office at 9 a.m. and then she starts working. Keep going. Don't stop. Bolte thaken. During her lunch time, she goes for lunch break for half an hour. Then she takes rest for some time. She starts working, and then she leaves office around 5 o'clock. She returns home. She watches television for some time. She attends 12 days speaking challenge, and then she finishes her homework. Keep going. Don't stop. And in the evening, she gets together with family members. She serves some snacks. She cooks and she serves dinner. After that, she takes some rest. She reads books, and she also chats with the family members. And finally, she takes a look on tomorrow's plan, and then she gets ready to sleep and she goes to bed. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Right. So this is how you need to practice it. And now, here is the one thing. I'd like to request you. Can you remember in the last class, I've given you an instruction. You should take a pen and you should take a paper and you should list what are the things you do every single day. আপনি প্রতিদিন কি কি কাজ করেন সবগুলো কাজের একটা লিস্ট তৈরি করেন, দেন গিভ এ প্রেজেন্টেশন। আপনি যদি এইভাবে হিসাব করেন যে প্রতিদিন কি কি কাজ করেন, ফর এক্সাম্পল, if you ask me, so I would say I get up early in the morning, then I go to washroom, then I take brush, then I take toothpaste and I squeeze it, then I brush my teeth, then wash my face, and yeah, I take towel, then I go to kitchen, I make some sort of breakfast. Usually I have cereal, and then I make a cup of tea. So once I go to kitchen, especially I turn on the burner, or I take the kettle, I heat the water, then I make a cup of coffee. And you know, when I have a cup of coffee, I usually read the newspaper. So keep going, keep going. So whatever you do, just say everything. সকাল থেকে বিকাল পর্যন্ত আপনি যা যা করেন সবকিছু বলতে থাকেন প্রতিদিন কি করেন। So if you do this, you're gonna be benefited, because probably you don't know a lot of vocabularies, a lot of words, and once you need it, so you can Google it, you can understand, you can get it, then you can utilize it, right? So এইভাবে আপনি কি করবেন, আপনার ভোকাবুলারিকে ডেভেলপ করবেন। প্রতিদিন আপনি কি কি কাজ করেন, কোন কাজ করেন সেটা আপনি ইংলিশ জানেন না, সেটা গুগল থেকে বের করে নেন, ডিকশনারি থেকে বের করে নেন, দেন just practice with it, right? So okay, so now I'm gonna request you, this is gonna be your homework. What does your favorite person do every day? So don't practice with only one person. So you know, start with one person, one member in your family. First of all, say my favorite person is my mom. Then yeah, talk like 50 sentences, deliver 50 sentences, make 50 sentences, then change the favorite person. Say now my favorite person is my dad. So you know, he does a lot of different things than my mom, so you are learning a lot of new vocabularies, right? Then say my favorite person is my sister, then you start talking about her. Then my brother, then wife, then husband, right? Then son, then daughter. So if you practice these, all the people, what you have got in your family, then basically you are making a lot of sentences, you are learning a lot of vocabularies, you are practicing. This is how you become fluent. Do you understand? So can you please type in the chat box, how many family members have you got in your home? Quickly type in the chat box. আপনার ফ্যামিলিতে কতজন মেম্বার আছেন? আমি একটু কুইকলি দেখতে চাই চ্যাট বক্সে আপনার। So now you might be thinking, oh my god, I have got only I have got like 7 or 8 family members. Now I need to practice with 7 members. It's better if I had only one brother or one sister, right? Are you thinking about that? So please type in the chat box, how many family members have you got in your family? Lucky Begum said 12. Lucky, you are really lucky. So that means you can practice 12 times and you can learn loads of vocabularies. Shaun Akhtar said 4. Okay, so Mukhlisin said 5. Tasrin said 6. Okay, thank you for responding. So do you understand? This is how you need to practice. You're gonna start with one, you finish it, then start with another one, finish it, another one, finish it, another one, finish it. And this is how you need to practice. So in the next class, I would like to know how many of you are gonna give a presentation. So tomorrow would be our first, second, third, fourth class, and that's gonna be third presentation. So if you already made the decision that you're gonna practice, you're gonna correct yourself grammatically, and you're gonna give a presentation, very nice presentation. So please type in the chat box third. So if you have already promised that you're gonna make a presentation tomorrow's class, please type in the chat box third. That's gonna be your third presentation. And however, if you join this course a bit late, make sure you have left 2 more presentation. So the class is recorded on YouTube. You can go there and you can practice. You can learn from the class, then also you can give the presentation. So what I'm looking for is 12 presentation from you. You will see after 12 presentation, after 12 classes, your life will be changed. Your fluency will be better. You will understand a lot of things. You will be able to speak English fluently. Trust me. So just, if you don't trust yourself, that's fine. Trust on me and do whatever I say. You will see the result. যদি আপনি আপনাকে নিজেকে ট্রাস্ট করতে না পারেন, আমাকে ট্রাস্ট করেন, দেন যা যা বলছি সেগুলো আপনি প্র্যাকটিস করেন, inshallah you'll get a better result, right? So I'd like to, okay, I'm seeing a lot of comments. Third. Thank you very much in advance. So I'd like to make sure that you give your presentation every single day, right? And also I have got another question is, so how many times you watched replay? Type in the chat box. কারা কারা রিপ্লেটা রেকর্ডিং ক্লাসগুলো দেখেন? Type in the chat box, me. I'd like to see. Because can you remember in the last class I have mentioned that repetition is the mother of all success, all skills. Repetition is the mother of all skills. So all you got to do is you need to repeat and repeat. As I given an example about a boy, little boy. So the boy never quits, right? The boy always tries and tries, repeats and repeats. And this is how the boy learns how to walk, how to swim. So all you got to do is you need to keep repeating yourself. So how many of you watched replay recording classes? I'd like to see. So now I'm going to give you some sort of tips as well. So when you go to bed, just put the earpod on and just keep listening the classes. So when you are traveling from your home to university or home to center, IELTS center, so keep listening. When you wake up early in the morning, do some sort of things and you don't have anything to do, again, watch the class. When you have got some time, just practice the first presentation, practice second presentation. And this is how you are removing your, what is called, inertia and you become a fluent speaker. So this is your homework. This is your homework. I'd like to. This is the homework I'm giving you. So make sure you practice a lot. So 6 members 6 times, 7 members 7 times. However, once you practice all of them, then decide who is on you're gonna give a presentation, and then the person you'd like to talk about, give presentation 10 times standing in front of the mirror. Just standing like this. Hi, my name is Habib, and today I'd like to share with you the favorite person I have got in my family. What does he or she do every day? My favorite person is my dad. First of all, he gets up early in the morning. Da, da, da. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Right? Keep going. And I've got a question to you. Is I have seen a lot of students you'd like to study abroad. So which country would like to study? Please type in the chat box. So which country would like to study? Is it UK? Is it USA? Is it Canada? Type in the chat box very quickly. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. Which country would like to fly? Very quickly, please type in the chat box. So this is your homework. So what does your favorite person do every day? Practice it as many times as you can, at least 10 times. And then we will see. Okay, so a lot of students are saying, okay, Zahan said Canada. Okay, Canada. UK, Canada, UK. Joshim said UK. Ivan said UK or Canada. Okay, USA. Okay. Tashin said UK. Ryan Hussain said UK. Erika said UK. Monica said USA. Okay. Dark Spy Official said USA. Okay, thank you for responding. And do you know, we can help you. I mean, hassle-free education can help you regarding all of these countries you'd like to fly, and we do not charge even a single penny. No charge at all. Can you please type in the box? No charge. Just I'd like to make sure you understand. So the country you'd like to fly or study, like UK, US, and Canada, and we have got a student consultants firm, you know, and we have got expert student consultants. They will help you out, and they'll give you the direction, step-by-step direction, guideline, and also it's not only giving the guideline and tips. They're gonna help you, holding your hand. That okay, you made a mistakes. You should do this. You should do that. You shouldn't write this in your personal statement. That sort of things. They're gonna do the consultation with you. They're gonna help you to choose your university and course according to your tuition fee budget. And if you are confused which country you'd like to go, they will give you the consultation to make your decision which country you should apply for. Right. So our team will help you out. So make sure you know that we do not charge even a single penny for this. Just type in the box no charge, if you understand. Okay. And however, just I'd like to mention that our team, they will ask for some sort of deposit, because what we got is we have got so many students. They would like to study UK, US, and Canada. They come to us, they gave us all the documents, we make the application, and once they get the offer letter, they don't answer our phone. So in that case, you know, this is the thing we got to do. So that's why you put a little bit deposit money is 5,000 taka, rupee, or whatever it is. So once you make application, get the offer letter and pay the deposit, we're gonna refund you your 5,000. And some of the students, they say, no, I don't like to give you deposit. I'd like to leave these documents with you. That's okay as well. So because we are reducing our wasting time, this is how. This is your money. You're gonna deposit. You're gonna take it. We don't mind, but would like to see the committed people. So what I'm gonna do, I'll request my team to what is called take up a class. Basically, they're gonna take a class. They will, and that's gonna be one class as well. So in this class, you will learn what are the steps you got to do to what is called to fly in the UK, to study in the UK or US or Canada, right? So how many of you would like to get that class from our student consultants. Please type in chat box, I want. So that's going to be class number 5. In that class number 5, our student consultant, they will give a presentation. First of all, they will tell you exactly what are the things you need to do. Also, they will show you what are our success stories. So who got visa, right? Which country? How much scholarship they have got. How did you help them? They're going to explain a little bit. And also, they're going to tell you exactly these are the steps you need to follow. And once you follow them, then the next step is giving us the documents. And next step is application, then having the offer letter. And also, we're going to prepare you for class interview with the university. Universityর সাথে একটা ইন্টারভিউ হয়, এটার নাম হলো class interview, সেটা আমরা আপনাদেরকে prepare করব. And then once you are ready, then we're going to schedule for the interview. Once you pass class interview, then you're going to get we're going to make application for visa. And yeah, so once you get the visa, you will fly. And if you're coming to UK, we're going to pick you up from the airport. Right, so I can see a lot of students, they are saying I want. Yeah, you need to know this information. If you don't know the information, so you're in trouble. A lot of people, they can misguide you, confuse you. So you need to know the exact information what you need to know. Right, thank you for responding. A lot of students, they are saying I want. Of course, so it's going to be class number 5. In that class, that's going to be all the things. And at the end of the class, you need to give a presentation. That's not the end of the class that you have watched the whole class, you have attended the whole class, you enjoyed it, you asked a lot of questions. At the end of the class, you need to make a presentation that how you're gonna achieve your goal. আপনি কিভাবে স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ কি বলে কাজ কমপ্লিট করে আপনি কিভাবে আপনি ইউকে এর স্টাডি ভিসা পাবেন আর ইউএস এর অথবা কানাডা, আপনাকে একটা প্রেজেন্টেশন দিতে হবে. So usually I tell everyone else, so after finishing the class number 5, they become mini student consultant, right? So that's very important. So all I want from you is don't miss even a single class. Every class is important. We are giving you chunk by chunk so that you can digest and you can enjoy it, right? So tomorrow's homework is, what does your person do every day? Your homework, at least 30 actions, 30 activities. But I would recommend you go for 50, 70 or 100 and practice 10 times in front of the mirror. Upload your video, UK study visa Facebook group, and also practice the structure as I told you. So left hand side, right hand side, ask question, answer, ask question, answer. So if you ask an answer, you will see that you understand the whole pattern. And once you understand, once you practice, once you give your presentation, the only one thing is left is your achievement, and you're going to achieve it, by the way, right? So thank you for joining today's class. Is it ready? I'm not sure. So I need to run for the train. I'd like to go home. So I was taking the class from my office. So thank you for joining today, and hopefully see you tomorrow, but make sure you submit your homework. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. And please make sure you share